Outdoors Delmarva covers everything outdoors, including real hunting and fishing situations involving wildlife. Now, we do our best each week to bring you tasteful content, but viewer discretion is advised. Now, enjoy the show.
This week, we head to Crisfield for the 46th annual J. Millard Tawes Crab and Clam Bake.
We're putting rounds downrange in Mardella Springs at the Michael S. Nickerson C.O.P.S Clay Classic.
Scorchy Tawes takes us to Ironshire to walk through a hunter's playground.
And then we slide down to Worcester Tech to meet the September recipient of the WBOC Mountaire Farm to Table Scholarship.
Outdoors Delmarva starts right now.
Welcome to Outdoors Delmarva, the show that celebrates our communities, our cultures and traditions, and the places we call home. My name is Jason Lee.
And I'm Lauren Hitch, and it's officially spooky season. All right. Jason, is there anything that actually scares you?
Yes, I would say snakes in mailboxes, waking up naked in the mall, cruise ships. Yeah, anything that actually scares you?
Snakes definitely are on that list. And you, before you've had your coffee, because that's the stuff from nightmares.
This is Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. And now, here's Jason Lee and Lauren Hitch.
If you're going to be the crab capital of the world, you had better have a pretty big party to celebrate that fact.
Enter the 46th annual J. Millard Tawes Crab and Clam Bake in Crisfield.
Now, if we only had an orange crush to celebrate with.
Hang on, I got you.
So I gotta ask you, what's your secrets?
The secret is to keep all digits intact.
Keep all, yes.
And the knives have to be sharp.
How long have you been doing this to be the expert that you are?
This is about my 5th year.
5th year of doing this, and you still have all your digits, so
I do, yes. So it's worked out well.
What would you say to somebody who wants to get into the watermelon cutting industry?
Have a sharp knife, have good support, and make sure you keep all 10 digits. That's what I would say.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
The J. Millard Tawes Crab and Clam Bake is the see and be seen event on the shore. But even in non-election years, the real stars of the show are those steamed clams and crabs. But those that volunteer at the food stations really make the event what it is.
Will, you're man in the corn station here.
Oh, yeah.
How many years have you been an active participant here at the Clam Bake?
My first year.
First year?
Yeah, I came out, see if I could help, do put in a little time. I ain't had much to do today. So they had me doing various jobs until I started, then I just do the corn. We put 2 in, give it to the people. That's corn on the shore, come out warm, on the cob and everything. You peel it yourself.
And is this something that you think you're going to be back for next year?
Oh yeah, it's extremely fun out here, man.
Famous and familiar faces, those determined to enjoy the day, and the reconnecting of friends made long ago all make for an annual tradition that quickly finds its way onto many calendars across Delmarva.
There's never a dull moment at the Tawes Crab and Clam Bake in Crisfield, and we're already counting down the days until next year.
Up next, we head to Mardella Springs to break up a few clays in honor of fallen police officers.
Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. We'll be right back.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
The Michael S. Nickerson C.O.P.S Clay Classic is in its 10th year, and once again this year it was held at Delmarva Sporting Clays in Mardella Springs.
And we were honored to be asked to come back out and help remember those law enforcement officers who paid the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty.
We're here today at Delmarva Sporting Clays. We're here with the 10th annual C.O.P.S Clay Classic. It's a charity event for the Concerns of Police Survivor for cops. It raises money for the families of fallen heroes and killed in the line of duty. The Clay Classic started with one of the family members, Nickerson, who was killed in the line of duty. This is in memory for his legacy. Turnout's pretty good. It's better than last year. We have close to 100 shooters. It's just sporting clays, so it's just the clay targets, 100 birds, and whoever gets the highest score.
We raise the money and we support the families by, as soon as there's a line of duty death, I go right away. The family gets $2,500. When the family needs to, or when the officer's name is read in Washington, D.C., we completely pay the family's way to get there, to attend that week for National Police Week. If the family should require any professional support, counseling or whatnot, we are willing to take care of that bill for them. So, I mean, we just want to support the family in the needs, the immediate needs as well as the long-term need financially. But more importantly, it's the camaraderie that we have amongst all of the survivors. We are here for as long as these families need us. Sometimes it's one and done and they go on. Other times it just kind of lingers, and I'm 20 years out and I still feel like I find a lot of peace at heart by helping the other families, helping the new families. It brings joy to my heart. Michael was an avid trap shooter, and he was actually a national champion. So my husband and I traveled a lot with him as a youngster and then as he got older. So this is, I think it's a wonderful sport. It's a self-discipline sport. So I find a lot of joy in being able to share this with people.
We have numerous sponsors, but the biggest one is just Delmarva Sporting Clays here. The Richardson family has been amazing over the years. Like I said, this will be our 10th year. Can't thank those guys enough, but there's just so many sponsors to list. I'm standing Pep Up here next to one. We just have AquaCare, Just Juniors, Simpson's Towing, just local businesses all around really pour their hearts out for us. Just, it's a time for everybody to get together, the family and friends of the fallen heroes, and to just interact with the public, make people more aware to the organization, and just bring everybody together for a good time.
For more information about the concerns of police survivors, go to mdcops.org.
And for more information about Delmarva Sporting Clays and to see all the services that they offer, go to their website, dscfff.com.
Coming up after the break, we get a tour of a hunter's paradise in this week's Remembering Scorchy Tawes.
Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. We'll be right back.
This is Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru, Higher Standards. Sponsored by Shorts Marine, everything but the water, and Bell Creek Equipment. For farm, home, or fun, Bell Creek is #1.
Lauren, you're familiar with the phrase, if some is good, more must be better.
For sure, and that is definitely the case when it comes to farm and hunting land.
And in this week's Remembering Scorchy Tawes, he takes us to Worcester County to prove it.
Honoring the life and legacy of Scorchy Tawes, thanks to Shorts Marine in Long Neck, Delaware. Shorts Marine, everything but the water.
I had a long chat with Bob Bassett. Who is Bob Bassett? Just an ordinary guy like you and I. But I sort of envy him, and you will too when you see this, providing you're an outdoorsman and like hunting. You see, Bob Bassett never has to leave home to hunt.
I have wild geese and ducks and deer and quail and rabbits and a whole lock, stock, and barrel. About everything I want to hunt anyway.
Bob's Paradise is his 465-acre farm in the Ironshire district of Worcester County. All preempted, prepared, and pampered for the Maryland deer season that opens Saturday. Yes, we did say pampered. Pampered with heated, glass-enclosed tree stands that survey some of Delmarva's dandiest deer haunts.
About 23 years ago, Scorchy, I built my first one. Hard of sitting in a tree stand, freezing, and my knees knocking together. I thought, I'm going to do something different. So I come home, and me and my dad, we built the first one.
After that first one was built and spoiled Bob royally, others followed.
Well, I got all sizes and shapes. I got some way up high up a tree, and I got one in particular I think right small of. I call it a condominium. It's got even a bed in it, and you can stay all night in it.
Bob's spread is non-commercial. It's just home, a place for him and his friends to enjoy themselves. To be both a hunter and his friend could well be considered a national treasure. Since his first enclosed tree stand in that misty past, he has never failed to bag a buck during deer season. He doesn't expect this.
Signs are looking right good from what I have seen. I've seen quite a few deer in the last 2 to 3 weeks. Of course, they will disappear about 2 days before hunting season. Well as everybody knows, it seems like they hide. They know when it's coming.
Scorchy Tawes, wandering our Delmarva land for WBOC News.
Remembering Scorchy Tawes is presented by Shorts Marine, online at shortsmarine.com.
Did you know an adult royal tern has a wingspan of more than 4 feet across and can dive into the water for food from heights up to 30 feet?
Did you know that the royal tern's main diet is fish, but have been known to eat insects, shrimp, and even small blue crabs?
And did you know that when attempting to catch crabs, royal terns forego their typical dive bomber attack and instead use short, shallow dives to avoid being detected by its prey?
Now you do.
Did You Know is sponsored by North Bay Marina. Outdoors Delmarva will be right back. You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, which is presented by Gateway Subaru, Higher Standards. Sponsored by Shorts Marine and Bell Creek Equipment.
Jason, it feels like we just wrapped up year 1 of the WBOC Mountaire Farm to Table Scholarship Program, and here we are kicking off year 2.
Yeah, time really does fly, except for when you're waiting on cookies to get done baking.
I started baking with my mom when I was 10 years old, and we would just do it for fun. And she makes cake with my dad. At first I wasn't very interested, but then after a few years I realized that that's what maybe I wanted to do. I never eat the cake that I make, so I guess it was more like I enjoyed the process of baking it and decorating it. Last year when I was in this class, actually at first I was very quiet, but then after they would partner us up to do cooking together, I started to talk to people more, and I feel like it's changed because now I'm a little bit more social with other people.
Yurani's grown as a leader over the course of the program. Within my program and most of the programs here in career and technical education, we try to look at the Skills USA framework, which we kind of go back to because it all relates to technical skills, workplace skills, and personal skills. And that, if we use that framework, the students learn everything they need to be successful in the future. So Yurani might be quiet in the classroom while we're learning, and then the minute we get in the lab and she's focused on making buttercream roses for her cake, and she's mastering them, she's great at it. She's been doing it since she was a little girl with her mom. The kids look at her and say, wow, why can't I be like Yurani? Well, Yurani's the kind of person that will stop, put hers aside. It doesn't matter whether she's gonna run out of time, and then she'll help each kid and show them her techniques and her tips of how she does it, which is different from the way I do it and the way I learned how to do it. But she takes the time to work with every kid. And it's not just the kids that she's friends with, it's anyone in the class that needs the help. I think no matter what she does, she's definitely gonna come back to the Eastern Shore. This is where her family is, and she doesn't wanna be far away from her family. What I would like to see is for her to maybe stay local, but go 2 or 3 hours away. Go across the bridge, experience the city, experience what it's like not here on the Eastern Shore, then come back and open up maybe a small bakery to her roots. You know what I mean? To give back some of her heritage mixed with, some European styles, and then, stay faith-based and do what she wants to do with her family.
So I would say do what you love and not what you see around, because sometimes by wanting to be like the others, you put what you want to do aside. So just pick what you want.
Yurani, Vargas, Fransisco, for your commitment to feeding the world like we do at Mountaire Farms, it's my pleasure to present to you the WBOC Mountaire Farm to Table Scholarship Award. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Once again, congratulations, Yurani. If the cookies you made us are any indication as to how far your baking career is going to go, the sky is the limit.
For more information about the WBOC Farm to Table Scholarship Program or to nominate a student, go to WBOC.com and search Farm to Table.
When we come back, we'll wrap up the show with your latest viewer photos.
Outdoors Delmarva returns right after these messages.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
It's time to flip through the photo album and take a look at your latest pictures.
Thanks to our friends at North Bay Marina.
Christina Puglisi and her fishing buddy Sandy had a great summer out on the water. Between the Lewis Canal and the Indian River, the rockfish didn't stand a chance.
Christina's friend, Laura Forster, also had some success in the Indian River, as shown here with this great-looking rockfish she caught back in August.
Sam Schroeder of Bridgeville, seen with his hunting buddy Java, stacked him up on the final day of early Canada goose season.
And Ray Harper sent us a great reminder as to why this place we call home is the best place on earth.
Outdoors Delmarva viewer pictures are sponsored by North Bay Marina.
Now it's time to take a look at the Mount of the Week.
Brought to us by Longhorn Butcher and Taxidermy in Pittsville.
This beautiful 9-pointer was harvested in Worcester County by Travis Pruitt.
For all your butcher and taxidermy needs, call Spencer at Longhorn Butcher and Taxidermy at 410-422-3942.
For some of you, it may be too early to be thinking about Christmas shopping, but it's never too early for those in need.
Which is why we are inviting you to participate in the inaugural Outdoors Delmarva Camp Out for Kids Toy Drive to benefit the United States Marine Corps Reserve's Toys for Tots program.
The toy drive will be taking place on October 21st and 22nd at Trap Pond State Park and will be set up right next to the camp store.
All we ask is that you bring a new unwrapped toy, and we've been told that if you don't have a toy, you can always grab something at the camp store.
For more information, you can go to outdoorsdelmarva.com or you can check out the event on our Facebook page.
The Outdoors Delmarva Camp Out for Kids Toy Drive is coming your way October 21st and 22nd at Trap Pond State Park.
That's going to do it for us this week. Thank you so much for watching, and keep sending in those photos by emailing outdoors@wboc.com.
To learn more about our show, scan that QR code in the bottom right corner of your screen with your phone's camera. We hope to see you right back here again next week, but until then, my name is Jason Lee.
And I'm Lauren Hitch, and we hope to see you
Outdoors Delmarva.
Outdoors Delmarva, a Draper Media production, is presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. Sponsored by Shorts Marine and Bell Creek Equipment.
3, 2.
We are laughing. We are unsupervised.
Freeman will never leave us alone again. Like, give me like 1 hour of stint.
For 1 block.